Hey there, I'm back again, and I have another story for you guys. So hopefully this one will make you laugh, and hopefully I don't get sued by PETA. So I'm going to start this one off. Let me give you a quick synopsis of it. I had a dog. His name was Jasper. He is no longer with us. He's probably up there terrorizing Jesus in heaven or something, if he hasn't gotten kicked out of there like he did at PetSmart. But that's a whole nother video. So this started from, I have insomnia and it's really bad, so I went to my physician and he prescribed me Ambien. Now this is probably this took place months after I started taking Ambien, so I will post other videos with my first experience with Ambien. So let me go ahead and start with this. I have a high tolerance when it comes to taking any type of medication that'll make you go to sleep. I probably will have to take, for example, if it's like a Tylenol PM, maybe 6 to 8 versus the average person that would probably need to take 1 or 2 just to even get sleepy, and I never go to sleep. So I was on Ambien, and this one particular night, it was about, I was up late working on something, so it was about 12, maybe 12 or 1 a.m. in the morning, and I had to get up pretty early. Now the way Ambien works for me is it was so strong at that particular time I had not gotten used to it. So once I took a pill, I had 7 minutes to play with before I started hallucinating. So I would try to get in my bed, go to sleep, but it never worked out that way. Now Jasper, he was a white standard miniature schnauzer. Very good dog. I do miss him. Hopefully I can get another one. So I don't eat sweets like that. Every blue moon I may get like a cupcake or maybe even eat a oatmeal pie or zebra cake, but I typically shy away from sweets. I try to eat healthy. So I had no sweets in my house that night. I think the only things remotely related to sweet I had was sweet tea, and it was about this much left in the refrigerator. So I took my Ambien, I downed it with some sweet tea, and I went and got into bed. I never let my dog sleep in the bed with me. It was probably several occasions where I would place a mat down on my bed for him to sleep in, and that was that. But that was probably like around Christmas holidays when I was in the Christmas spirit. So I took the Ambien, and this particular night, it was like around Christmas too. I had Jasper on this mat at the foot of my bed because he followed me everywhere. He always wanted to be by me. I couldn't even sneak away to go use the bathroom without him following me. So I took the Ambien and I'm drifting off to La La Land counting sheeps. And it's not really much to the story until I woke up, because a side effect to Ambien is temporary amnesia. So you don't remember anything that you did. And for me, when I would wake up, I would remember bits and pieces, but I couldn't decipher if I was dreaming or it actually took place in real life. So any and everybody that knows me, I keep a very clean house. Some people joke and say I have OCD. I was like, nah, I don't, but it's just how I was raised. So upon waking up the next morning, stretching out in the bed like I'm in a commercial or something, I felt sticky, like something was just on my face. So I just happened to turn to my right, and I saw all of this debris, so to say, in my bed, and I quickly identified it as a red velvet cupcake. Now remind you, where I reside at in my city, there's only one 24-hour store within walking mile distance from my residence, and that's a CVS, and they don't sell red velvet cupcakes. This particular red velvet cupcake is something that will come from Walmart. Now the closest Walmart to me is not 24 hours. It closes at 11 or something like that. And the other closest Walmart to me is probably maybe 15 minutes away. That one's 24 hours, but I never go there. So I don't even shop at Walmart like that, but occasionally I go in if I just need one item or something. So during this period in my life, I was eating the red velvet cupcakes. They were pretty good. It was really big. It was like maybe $4.50 for each cupcake. It took me like 3 days to eat, but it was pretty good. So I look in my bed, and first thing I saw was Jasper's booty in my face. You know how dogs lay on their bike and they have their hands up like this, but his behind was in my face. Jasper doesn't eat table food, you guys. So he had icing and red velvet cupcakes all in his fur everywhere. And it looked like he had a grin on his face, like he was dreaming, smiling. And I'm looking around, I'm confused. I'm like, what the F? And then there's cupcakes and icings all on my headboard and my sheets and stuff, and it's all on my face and hands. I'm trying to think, where did I get a red velvet cupcake at 1 o'clock in the morning? And I did not drive my car. I don't hide food from myself in my house anymore, because you know how sometimes when you're trying to eat right and you be like, well, I'm just going to hide the sweets in my house for emergency purposes only. That wasn't the case with this story. So I woke up to my dog's rear end in my face, icing on him and me and the entire bed and sheets. Trying to figure out what happened. How did this cupcake get here? Did I teleport to Walmart and, like Nightcrawler and then teleport back to the house? But then I'm like, well, how did Jasper get the cupcake? So he finally wakes up. He's too full to do anything. So I'm looking at Jasper and I'm thinking to myself, I said, Jasper, if anything I don't know what happened last night, but if anything abnormal happened sexually between me and you, this better stays between us. No, it needs to stay between us. Till this day, I cannot tell you where I got the red velvet cupcake from. Till this day, I cannot tell you if I sexually molested my dog or if he took advantage of me. I hope that didn't happen, but the evidence was overwhelming and not in my favor. So I kind of stopped taking Ambien for a while after that, because I didn't want I told the story to a few close friends and family members, and they already labeled me a pedophile for animals. But I don't think I raped my dog or he molested me. Either way, he woke up with a smile on his face and I was confused. And I looked at guilty. So the moral of the story is, don't eat red velvet cupcakes while on Ambien. Yeah, that's it.